Greetings, everyone. Please give a moment to make sure everything's set. Twitter's going. Update the YouTube thumbnail. It's going good. Twitch is going. Rumble's not going. Okay. I forgot to update that. There we go, that should make Rumble going. Okay, Rumble should be coming. Let me double check. Yep, Rumble should be brought up soon. I can see it live streaming over here. Now let's go and find a replay. I did notice as well there may have been a patch recently, so hopefully there's a usable number of replays. I didn't actually take a look at the patch. Our microphone going? Yes, it's going. This one has it in. Here we go, got some replays here. 43 minutes. That should be a good one. Not that bad way to start off the day. It's because I still need to warm up. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another H-Powers 4 replay. Spawn on bottom right side as the red Byzantians, we have the Mista. Spawn on top left side as the blue English, we have Louis MT. And those have got a man-at-arms rush here. First man-at-arms will soon is being deployed on the field. I'm not sure if it's going for more than one. Currently collecting up no gold. Of course he does have plenty of gold for a man-at-arms. And we just got the one there. I think Red Scout may have spotted this, so he does have to be careful. His gold mine's way over here, so he does have plenty time to get enough gold to age up. Though the cistern's not close enough. The cistern's not properly placed to get for all the villagers, just 2 out of 3. He does also have this one out of range of cistern as well that's collecting up stone. He is also, if we haven't noticed, going for early stone there. Does go ahead and get enough gold there. Now we collect the sheeple. And the man-arms of stone will be forced away. He does have enough stone for another cistern. First one's 50, next one's 100, then 150, 200, then 250 if I remember correctly. He's also going for a bit of wood, so he's eyeing for something. Which makes me wonder, if he's going for wood now, he's probably not going to go for the Hippodrome. He's probably going to go for the Grand Olive something. The one for, that's all for the base. I've got man-at-arms torching down both mining camps, very nice. He does have enough resources. Oh, he is going for Grand Hippodrome, so maybe designed for that, just to get wood for housing, all that sort. Over here, the English can now age up, and now he's eyeing for the council hall. He does have his deer right next to the trees here, and they will be, that's a good collection point there, while this one's a bit more exposed. We got Edgar Mill now upon the field, another cistern as well, and now the aqueduct's going on up. This will help him collect the wood quite nicely, as well as these berry bushes. Of course, the Hippodrome will act as a staple and give him access to triumph ability. The fact that it's just stable makes it very nice. Doesn't really need gold in next age, due to the fact that he doesn't have any gold intensive units. So gets access to Horseman, Spearman, and Archer. So I realized I didn't have Rumble shown over here, so I can't see if there's any live chat. And there we go, that's fixed. And now the deer are being claimed. Does scare a couple of them towards the edge of the forest. Got an archer range going up as well. He's also stabbing the deer with his cavalry, trying to get them all into a pile. This one's a bit far away, but a mill right there should be adequate. Also, this deer deposit is only 5 deer, large. And blue is eyeing for a handful of palisade walls over here. Blue does, of course, have his man-at-arms, have built out a couple hardened spearmen, and now going for one additional spearman. I think he did see the hippodrome, so it's a good idea that he does need to get out some spearmen to deal with them. Longbowmen should be kept to a minimum. Scout there. Got a good number of horsemen over here, and we may see a conflict over here relatively soon.
Yes.
We do also have a villager here eyeing for an outpost. And these berries are being cleaned up now. There's not a lot of berries on this map. There's some more berries over here. So if he wants to get more olive oil, he has to create it himself through the olive grove. Outpost being plotted there. Horseman does spot it. We don't see the explorators. I probably butchered that word like every other word I do. There's a good number of horsemen here, but this one does have a handful of spearmen. Probably can stand to get more spearmen and horsemen. Man-at-arms will also be good, because man-at-arms will beat horsemen 1v1. The cost is the same amount, barring the gold versus wood, as well as be very effective versus these archers as well. So mixing in some man-at-arms along this forest wouldn't be half bad. He does get the early man-at-arms, upgrading Vanguard man-at-arms, or early man-at-arms. Outpost going on up. And now we do also have the wheelbarrow being researched as well. Horsemen traversing around. We got another pair of longbowmen and spearmen. Longbowmen can, since they have higher base damage, they can punch the horseman's armor a little bit better than regular archers. But now we do have some oil being invested into some keshiks. Keshiks, of course, are heavy cav, still vulnerable to spearmen, but they will punch a little bit harder. Trying to fully encircle there. That's a good number of spearmen here. His archers need to focus down those spearmen. He has activated Triumph there. Most of the spearmen are being properly focused down. The man-at-arms are being picked off. Triumph does also affect the Keshik, which is a very good, powerful combination. The outpost does get cancelled there, and the rest of this force will be cleaned on up. Great encirclement there. All the longbowmen have gone down. Got a mix of spearmen and men-at-arms here. Keshiks will be useful versus the men-at-arms, but he can only deploy them in smaller numbers. As a handful of archers remaining, got scattered forces here. He's to perhaps rally over. More man-at-arms being deployed on the field. More longbowmen as well. Going from mass man-at-arms will still be a good, viable strategy for the Byzantines. While Keshiks will be effective versus fighting man-at-arms, as I mentioned beforehand, he can only deploy them in small numbers. Currently he has 2, and he's likely not going to get any more anytime soon. They do cost 400 olive oil for 2, and his olive oil income is just simply not high enough to maintain production. Like I'll see. You could eye for some Magadai, which are, in my opinion, useless at most points in the game. Desert Riders wouldn't be half bad. Mustafadi warriors could be decent in this age. And mercenary camel archers. Yeah, the only thing I could say that could be useful is either Desert Raiders or those Mustafadi warriors. But either way, he doesn't really have enough oil income to really benefit from either of them. So the Mustafadi warriors do have camouflage, which could be useful. Pushing forward a bunch of villagers over here. Both sides are going to rapidly go through this wood deposit, which either allows them to attack through here or claim the sacred site. This area can be easily walled off through stone walls, and whoever first breaks in the area probably should eye for a handful of stone walls right there if they're not trying to breach through to their opponent's base. The number of mounted units here. Triumph is available. Triumph has about at this point it's 15 seconds. 15 seconds. I think, how much health regen does Triumph give? Health regeneration by +2 per second. So that would be 30 health regen, which could top off a good number of Scarf wounded units. He doesn't have a large number of wounded units. Scout does go down there. We do, of course, network of castles, giving a good defense bonus for the English. Right now, the numbers are 32 to 35. The value is in favor of blue as well, due to the fact that he's gone for a larger man-at-arms force. This one has got a handful more Keshiks, but still, they will have trouble simply not large enough numbers to engage. Plus, there's a handful of spearmen mixed on in. Not a whole lot, though. This opponent does have 21, soon 26 archers. A farm being put out there, though its position makes it so it won't be able to get full encirclement for the farms itself. But it is in a pretty safe location. These other two has a handful of walls. Nothing on this side, but he does have an army on this side. May want to send some villagers. Yeah, he's going to send some villagers in the berry bushes to clean those up, as well as give them time to get out enough more wood to get out more farms. Both sides are not going to age up anytime soon. We could have range armor and range damage and melee damage. The increased attack speed from Triumph will make it a bit more effective. And over here, do got soon to be all the blacksmith research for blue. He does have enough olive oil for another pair of Keshiks. He's now getting another pair of Keshiks. You have Archer here. Not really important though. And now he's going to bring in his last of his blacksmith research. And ultimately, that makes it everybody's blacksmith research is null and void. Red right now still has a small lower quality of army, does have a larger force on the field. That stone has not been touched. Over here, there's plenty of gold on this side of the map. On this side, there's plenty of stone. There's also a small gold deposit on both sides. Both sides should probably eye to expand down south to this gold deposits. Keep, maybe the White Tower or Charak Palace will both be good. I don't know what... I don't think the Byzantines can get a defensive landmark, do they? King's Palace not going up, which will give the English a second town center. The Byzantines right now have more villagers. They do have a second town center, that's why. And that's going for Golden Horn Tower, which will give them free mercenaries, which will likely mean free Keshiks. Over here, just another scout, nothing too critical. Red has a sizable army back here as well. His army is split up, so this force, if it pushes it forward, it will die. Getting some damage there, falling back now. Could activate Triumph, which also gives him a speed bonus to order to withdraw better. Now, so there's a number of palisade walls here. They're collecting up deer. Not sure if the deer deposit was about 7 deer. And now we got the age up for both players, veteran horsemen, veteran archers. Over here we got the armor clad, man-at-arms, and forestry. Which forestry is not an age 3 upgrade, it's age 1. And now it looks like there is 3 Keshiks being pulled out by the Golden Horn, which will give them a sizable army. Or sizable reinforcements of good, cheap, heavy cav. It should spawn in groups of 2, right? Or did they spawn in groups of 3 here? Guess we'll find out soon enough. Or Red may lose his army here. Red's taking quite a bit of damage there. Red's now can move forward here, has veteran horsemen. We don't see veteran longbone nor veteran spearmen. Keshiks and horsemen up pushing over here. Spearmen engaging. Archers need to prioritize fire onto those spearmen. If he gets the spearmen, he's in a much greater position. He has activated Triumph there. Good amount of health regen on his cavalry as well as attack speed. But his cavalry is just getting disintegrated. He did not focus on those spearmen, so now he's not in a great position. His opponent does have armor clad, so these man-at-arms do have 7 armor. These veteran archers have 8 or 9 damage, so if he gets more blacksmith research, they will do 1 damage each, but right now they're doing 2 damage. And these large numbers, he's allowed to focus down the man-at-arms a little bit better. He does also have a handful of crossbowmen now. Cataphracts now being put on field, even heavy cav. Trying to push forward to hit those longbowmen. Charge there, does get some damage. Man-at-arms being whittled down. Blue's now migrating back with longbowmen. They are slower than archers. But of course they have more range of damage, and looks like Red's force is getting split up. He needs to keep these forces together. Overall, it felt like Red overall lost that fight, though it was a draw overall, but I felt like Red probably lost a little bit more there. Now I do have a good number of cataphracts being put on field. More Keshiks, they do spawn in groups of 3. Groups of 3 Keshiks is a very good supplementary force. And who doesn't want free heavy cavalry? So right now I think they're regular Keshiks. No, they are veteran Keshiks. A single longbowman engaging these villagers. They could try running up and try shanking him. English player right now has no gold, little food and wood. And the Byzantines have plenty of wood and gold, a little bit low in food. They also got some olive groves here. Longbowman gets some damage here. He does not have textiles. And that longbowman does go down. Got an outpost here. It may look like it's made of stone, but it's not. Now I've got more palisade walls going up for the English. Very nice. The Byzantine players still head on villager count. Search turn levels only at level 3. It's not been collecting additional stone. Which will, of course, only give him, what, plus 50% gathering increase? Yep. Right now, in comparison, the English farms are mills are providing plus 25%, so though olive oil is 10% as well, right? Oh, 20%, so in theory, at this point in time, the Byzantine farms are 10% more effective, though the English does have one additional research, so technically his farms are currently 5% more effective. Which will be important the longer the game goes on, but not as much right now. Got more crossbowmen there. I think he realizes English players going for mass man-at-arms. English man-at-arms are very cost-effective since they are a bit more of a farming focus, and enclosures later on just give them good gold generation as well. Then we're going to do find a handful of these cataphracts. That Cataphract does stay alive. This Cataphract seems to fire. Palisade walls going on up. Blue's also trying to pull out Palisade walls there. Which Red will be trying to block off the set of gold deposit. He does stab the dog to death. And now he's running out, it's 4. I wonder how much, yep, looks like there's, what, 600 something food left on the board. So Pumbaa still has some food to obtain. He's starting to stockpile a bit of gold here. Spearman push forward. He will get inside the towers, upgrading to the Mangonel emplacement. Mangonel placement does cost 200 stone in comparison to an outpost. Plus the spring goes like 125, right? Can't find outposts. Phoenix Spire doesn't have any outposts? Heresy. Yep, spring goal placement's 125. And more farms going up over here. Monk trying to obtain a relic. I don't see a relic over here. 2 relics have been picked up by Red, 2 relics have been claimed by Blue, and 1 is picked up. There's a Mangonel. Spirit Brace there. Let's get some splash damage there. The Mangonel placement does 10 times 3. And does do siege and not range. So battering rams will receive full damage from it. Looks like Blue goes ahead across the T. Red decides to apply a separate amount of walls there. And now these villagers will get hit and warded away. Cataphracts won't get hit significantly by the Spearman. The Cataphract is doing a great job. Those 2 Spearmen have been low in health. Wasn't really paying attention to their health. The Cataphract will win. Outpost almost complete. It should be quickly torched down. The Keshex will get health regen or health upon attack there. Got a Wololo back here. And Red will deny this gold for the time being. He still has a gold deposit up here with less than 500 gold, not a lot. So Blue will need to start aggressively pushing towards that gold deposit. Blue does, with that gold deposit there, it has enough gold to age up. Berkshire Castle there wouldn't be half bad, but maybe a bit overkill. English archers are getting some good damage there. Got a good number of mix of crossbows and longbows, as well as an also equal number of man-at-arms, as well as spearmen. Cataphracts do the massive charge forward there, getting some great splash damage and able to charge straight into the archer line. Due to their heavier nature, it will take a bit of time for them to be picked off as well. Red's pushing forward with decent ground force. Blue's front line is disintegrating, as well as his back line. More fierce forces being brought forward. Man-at-arms are nearly entirely cleaned on up. There's still a handful of spearmen on the field somewhere. Crossbows and longbows push way forward. Looks like a handful of Blue's army is right there, which may have been very important because if those spearmen were in that army, the charge attack would not have pierced through all the lines. The fact there was no spearmen there allowed the Cataphracts to pierce through the lines, making spearmen even more important to counter the Cataphract. The rest of these heavy cav is falling on back. Most of them are Keshex. We've got another pair of Cataphracts here. Archers and longbows pushing forward. The outpost still firing away with a handful of garrison arrows. Walls have been torched down. And the rest of these villagers may get killed off as well. There's quite a bit of stone right here for either player to utilize. There's actually 3 stone deposits here, but I want to see 2 for Red. There's Red's other stone deposit. If the English player is able to tame the stone, he will be able to pull out a good number of keeps, get a quote-unquote network of citadels, if he so choose. Cataphract here will go down. Got more catching some cataphracts here. Cataphracts has charged their way forward, but of course they rolled a relatively large miss. We now have the foreign engineer company being plotted out. The English player does have enough gold to age up. He may want to make sure he doesn't pull out a whole lot of gold assets since he's running low on gold. He may want to either get... Ooh, good Magnell hits there. He may want to make sure he has enough gold so he can age up as well as getting closures. But the Spearman tried to push forward for harassment there, but the Magnell in place is doing some great work here. Also, here Wolf engaging. Another village does go down there. The foreign engineering company is being employed out here, which will allow them to deploy out siege mercenaries, Nest of Bees, Hui Hui Pals, and Royal Cannons. I feel like Royal Cannons and Hui Hui Pals tend to have an overlapping role, though the Hui Hui Pals definitely are better at sieging buildings. But the Nest of Bees, it's not a half bad thing to get for 600 olive oil. Right now, he can afford up to 3 of the Nest of Bees. He also has some now Giloms flowing field from the Golden Tower. He's currently deploying out Giloms. He does have a level 4 cistern as well. Berkshire Castle being employed out defensively right there. As I predicted, this will give him a good defensive base to collect the gold. There's really not a whole lot of gold on this map. So you could, or either player could try eyeing to get out some traders. Spearman now engaging, getting some good damage here. Takes a couple cataphracts and horsemen. Got a good number of units here. Giloms will have trouble versus the men-at-arms, but there's a good number of spearmen here, which will be effective versus. Makes a arching across with the back line. Cataphracts do trample right there. They may be vulnerable as well. Got the elite mercenaries as well as more ranged armor being researched. The Englishman are still pushing forward. Enclosure tech now being researched. That's all the research he can get. It's a critical research right now for the English player, getting that gold income. Elite cataphracts now pulled on the field. And Blue's army is getting disintegrated once again. There's a good number. There's a wounded cataphract here, which could go down. Cataphracts starting to go down there. Yes, they do. And now got to keep pulling out over here. You invest a stone to get more keeps. Blue's trying to pull out these walls there. The villager does go down, and Red's army is falling back across that breach. Blue's army is going to get hit a little bit. Cataphracts did charge way forward. Oh, but here's some hand cannoneers. So the Byzantine player has lots of hand cannoneers and has 2 Nest of Bees out in the field as well. Keep now pulling the field, which will give Blue a good hard point there. The Berkshire Castle will keep this area nice and secure. Has a knight here. Villager trying to repair up this tower, and he's trying to fit him Magnell, and Villager trying to torch it. SFB's now pushing way forward. Brown Blue's villagers getting hit. Blue right now has less villagers. And looks like the Golden Tower is still deploying out some Giloms. Over here, we do have more horsemen pushing forward and trying to break through these walls. Red has an outpost here with a Magnell in place with sieging down, denying the access to this wood. Interesting. Another side has access to Central Sacred site, which both sides could use the gold income, primarily English player. But he is actually successfully collecting up that gold along the flank now thanks to the Berkshire Castle. got Bombard placement being pulled out by the Byzantine player. Handful of walls there. Red does deny them. And there's also, of course, these walls here already. More man-arms push my way forward, as well as villagers. Villagers are going to take time to build up those walls, apparently, or I'm not sure what these guys are doing. Walls now, or gates now to fire. Man-arms engaging. Gate will go down with some walls with it. Triumph has been activated there. Very forward. He has the gold bounty capability as well. Try and do this man-arms as best he can. Horseman push way forward. And the English player does have textiles. Man-arms push way forward. King's Palace and the primary town center are firing arrows against these forces. These man-arms are not fully upgraded. They're not elite, nor they have all the blacksmith research. Keeps now firing away. Has been upgraded with bombard and placement. Going for boiling oil now. We got some spring golds here. Gilons may be able to take out the spring golds. One spring gold does go down. The rest of the main arms push way forward. More horsemen push way forward, trying to rebuild the walls of stone. But not enough spearmen or man-at-arms here to stop them. Cancels that one and then rebuilds it over here. So a good number of spearmen here. Has put some minor walls there. The spearman needs to start pushing over here, trying to save those villagers. And he has reinforced the backline with some stone walls, so he doesn't realize it, but going through this gate is completely worthless. They'll try for a different stone deposit. This one still has a bit of stone left on it. Man-arms and spearmen push right forward, and there's a handful of hand cannoneers as well. Two of them. Forces over there, finds more interior walls. Another triumph effect has been activated. Probably won't last all too long. Offers forward, including Aurora Cannon. Aurora Cannon does have the artillery shot, loads of cannon. I'm really familiar with this ability. I rarely ever see Aurora Cannon even by the French. Aurora Cannon, next shot has a greatly increased area effect, but no bonus damage against buildings. That's simple enough. Thought I could try hitting the villagers right there. The keep looks like will potentially go down. No, the keep will not go down here. Thanks to all the siege weapons there, thanks to spring golds, barely saves the keep. Horseman push forward. The Berkshire Castle is loaded up with extra guys. No longer loaded up with extra guys. Still plenty of gold here, at least 7,000 to 8,000 gold. Grinding guard gains increased movement speed there, and up elite. So going for transition to his man-arms variant. I'm not really super familiar with the Varanian guards. Most people don't go for them. He does have some on the field. Increased damage for reducing its armor. The berserk ability, not bad. There's a Gilons. There's the Varanian guard. Villagers getting stopped there. Horsemen blocking the villagers. Very nice. Good number of them are going down. Right now, Red's killed off 50 villagers. Blue's only killed off 23. And it looks like some of these other villagers may get hit as well. Pushing down some of the walls there. Must have been a misclick. Let's get a couple more villagers there. And the rest of these horsemen will be cleaned on up. The Iranian Guard, let's see now. They have greater melee armor than normal man-at-arms, getting up to having 6 base, up to 3 additional, so they have 9 versus the English man-at-arms, currently 10. You do have 16 plus 3 damage attack. There's Elite Army Tactics, so 16 base damage up to 23, not bad. Attack speed of 1.12. They also have the Berserk ability. Give their 6 damage, reducing armor by 4. Not sure how effective that can be. In theory, against a melee armor, that could probably be very effective because the armor reduction, it's depending on what type of unit you're fighting. Over here, the base damage of these guys are 14 versus 16, so the Iranian Guard are stronger man-at-arms. They have 2 additional base damage, 1 additional armor compared to our standard man-at-arms. They do cost 130, which is with a little bit more gold and less food, so they're a bit more gold intensive, but they are stronger than normal man-at-arms. And being more gold intensive is very important because they don't have, the Byzantines, I don't think, have any unique gold collection. Their traders can get, looks like olive oil along with them. As a secondary resource, pass effect, but not really special way to get additional gold, like enclosures. But the extra olive oil will be handy to pull out more mercenaries, such as the mercenary siege weapons and Keshiks. I think Keshik's mercenaries are better than Gilong's, in my opinion. They both spawn on groups 3. What are the production speeds the same? Good English army push away forward, man-at-arms and battering rams. There's a university here. Deep as well. He does have a Mangonel emplacement. A royal cannon pushes way forward, bombarding down this wall segment. There is some wooden walls behind it, but I believe that would create a path. Blue's army's not pushing forward. Veterans engaging. We do got some Tower Elephant mercenaries. They are armed with, they are armed with crossbows. So they will get bonus damage heavy. I thought they wouldn't have access to that, but they do get access to the crossbow variant. Will make them so they can do bonus damage versus those men-at-arms. Triumph's been activated, which will greatly improve these horsemen, but right now his army over here is starting to disintegrate. He has some Keshiks now trying to engage the siege weapons. Elephants trying to engage the batting rams. Just keep a light boat down. Mounted units pushing forward over there. Not really anything to engage this outpost here. He's starting to do some traders here. He needs a trade to keep his gold income going. The keep does go down. The mountain units will be killed off. Loose push way forward here. More units, cataphracts, of course, push way forward, as well as Iranian guards. Couple hand candies here to engage these forces. There's still a breach right there. Does network of castles, network of citadels, thanks to this nearby outpost. Iranian guards push forward. They have switched to two-handed weapons, which will allow them to greatly improve the damage against these man-at-arms. The man-at-arms do have higher attack speed than Iranian guards, thanks to nearby keep outpost. And overall their attack speed is slower than the Iranian guard as well, their base attack speed. Over here we do got the horsemen now engaging, thanks to Triumph ability. They're able to fight a little bit better versus the elite man-at-arms, but they will have trouble though. They're causing the elite man-at-arms. A couple man-at-arms are there. If they stay alive, they can perhaps infest his opponent's base with some battering rams. Triumph still active at the moment. Another gold possibly claimed. Good number of spare mining camps. Try and go for more mills and olive groves. We got a good number of hand cannoneers here, and since there's traversable walls up there, he can throw the hand cannoneers up there to get +2 additional range, which I don't think people use enough. The wall advantage. Perfect forward or around back, trying to hit these hand cannoneers. Hand cannoneers will get some good damage onto them. They're starting to disintegrate pretty quickly, but now the cataphracts and keshiks are engaging. But they will gun them down. We just have a good number of hand cannoneers. The Byzantine player needs eyes for some mangonels. He's getting some nested bees. Byzantine player is out of gold on the map. He does have 2 relics. No, 1 sacred site. SBs push way forward. Keep now set up delays. Varandan guards. At this point in time, may want to use the 2-handed attack mode. The additional armor would not be useful against hand cannoneers to just hit really hard. SB sort of get overran. More horsemen, and the Byzantine player does back the game. There's Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. See here, just double check it. I just been following notifications on Rumble. Oh, thank you for following. Let's see now. 17 minutes, a little bit short. And here we go, 31 minutes of not new factions. I'm gonna be opening up a drink so you may hear it. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replays. Bottom left side as the red English, we have the Mista. Spawn top right side as the blue Rus, we have Louis MT. And since we do have a Rus player on the field, let's go and switch on out, select the Rus player so we can take a look at the trade bounties. Look at this, deer, deer, and deer. And blue finds the first set of deer. The fact that there's 3 groups of deer nearby could be very good for the Rus player, or very bad. One of the two. Pumbaa's down here, as well another Pumbaa's up here. Let's go to fast forward for the time frame. And he is taking the bad path. So, he will not find another deer deposit. Red will likely find this one. No, he will not. There's some Zodiac doggos here. Some sheeple as well. There's the deposit has not been found. Just a bunch of forest puppers and a fluffy pupper. And blue will find them all. Looks like there's 8 deer deposit in this deposit. Blue will find this other deer deposits. So he has claimed 3. So soon he will be at 210. He needs to get to tier 2, 250. In which there's probably still some wolves on the field to obtain. We do have the Kremlin now being put on the field, a good defensive landmark, and get a free wooden fortress for that wood benefit. The Kremlin is definitely, I would say, one of the best landmarks in the entire game. Almost on par with the Aachen Chapel. In my opinion, the Aachen Chapel is still, at least the Holy Roman Empire variant, is still probably the best landmark in the game. Also, the Rus player is a pop cap. He has fixed it. And does find a good number of wolves. Actually, you will find another one up here. And this is something very important to note. Look how much trade bounty he has. 350 Means if he kills off both 4, he have tier 3 trade bounty without the need of the trade house. At this point in time, maybe a good idea to rush out a early night or 2 and hunt down the boar. Still, either... Oh, Abbey of Kings. We now have the king deployed on the field. The king is a heavy cav with less armor, more health. Does cost 100, so same cost as a similar cost to a Keshik. Difference in food and gold, of course. The king does have a health regen aura. So he's like a heavy cav that can raid around. He's good. If you like to play on only a single row knight, the king is a good alternative if you want to play the English. Scout here does spot this. He does get enough stone there for a second town center. He's deploying it right next to this gold deposit. He's not eyeing to put it next to a deer deposit like most times you put your second town center. He wants to make sure that he has a safe gold deposit. In fact, he doesn't actually have a mining camp at the moment. He does also have a lumber camp here, collecting up additional lumber. In actuality, if you look at it, he has very little villagers on both players. Looks like Iron Age or get a second town center. Blue Scout is trying to hunt for wolves. He's going to hunt himself some human, a most dangerous game. King does take some fire there. The villagers may have took a lance attack as well. 24 damage, yep. King taking some damage there. Doing some economic damage as well, keeping his opponent not collecting up resources. Scout here next to the deer deposit, seeing the English player not collecting it up. And now there's a mill and farms going down right there. In the middle, just 2 town centers, so a safe location for farms. Or at least more safe. The king is just harassing there. Your player is now going... Oh, okay, it's the one that showed like a knight symbol on the early night. I'm just going crazy. He's not playing on early night. Scout trying to shank that villager and trying to stop the villager from building out some walls. Early night. Probably could just pursue down the king. The king has 16 damage and 2 attack speed. Oh, the king hits really slow, doesn't he? I did not realize how slow the king actually attacks. While the regular early knight does attack at 1.5, the king attacks at 2.38. Now there's some militia push blood on the field, just trying to stab these villagers. Does torch down that gate. These militia have now died from dysentery and now got the high trade house being put on field. I didn't hear him claim any boar, so this will get him up to tier 3 eventually. The 2 scouts can of course shank the other scout, no problem. The knight should be able to deal with the king, no problem. The high trade house is being employed out right there. Yeah, not a great spot, honestly. Though it's not really, it has to be way down here for if you have a good spot. Another pair of militia now being pulled on out. English player almost has enough food to age up as well. Berry bushes on the way, so that may need to be collected to get rid of them. Knight and king does find each other. A high trade house would probably provide around maybe 150 gold per minute. At tier 3, maybe close to 200, but that's probably about it. 39 trees. I don't really know the exact number gold to tree ratio it does give resources. I'm doing now the White Tower, which I'm sort of surprised, not the King's Palace. The White Tower is a defensive placement. It's a free keep, which you can use that immediately to pull out some horsemen. But she doesn't have a barracks, archery range, nor stable. That would be a good alternative. The primary town center can support 15 people. They've got a sheep here. And now with the White Tower deployed field, the White Tower does actual reasonable damage with its arrows, so she should be able to keep these units at bay for the time frame. And now Blue's going to claim Boar. Pumbaa does go down there, and that probably put him tier 3. Pretty close to it. Needs 3 more deer kills. And the king gets dethroned. Knight is engaging the knights. Bruce Knight does fall back there. And now we have Boyar's Fortitude being researched, which will allow the Rus Knights to be superior quality to the English Knights. And additionally, in the next age, the Rus Knights can also get +4 damage as well. Of course, there's always network citadels help out the knight for defensive reasons, but they're simply just outnumbered at the moment.
Латницы, на коней садитесь. Исполнено будет.
The Red Knight does eat that charge there. More Rus Knights before the field. We also got a good number of warrior monks out on the field. Paul trying to claim some relics. So far he's picked up one and claimed one. Red's monk does go down there. Down here we got a handful of knights here. Does got one villager. Red does not have textiles at the moment. Blue Scout will go down, which actually is important. It provides some much needed vision for these knights. In fact, all these knights are severely wounded. Maybe falling back to a warrior monk wouldn't be half bad. The king's now here. The king can provide health benefits to his men, so he doesn't have to worry about falling back to a monk. Relic 3 now claimed by Blue. Relic number 4 is picked up. Relic number 5 is over here next to these wounded Royal Knights. Or not Royal Knights, Knights. Just Knights. Blue has got increased range armor. Red does not have increased range armor, damage, or any upgrades. Pushing way forward. If one of the warrior monks get a hit, they will provide the Saint's Blessing benefit, increasing nearby damage armor of these nearby units, +2 damage, +1 armor. And it's not exactly an aura effect to be constantly rejected by the monk. It's a simple timed AoE effect where once they hit, the warrior monk can die. It's not consistently projected out by the warrior monk. These knights are falling back, severely wounded. The king may get a kill. The king's attack speed does not increase per age.
Outridende! Contende vendis!
Down here, we do have the boar being disturbed, the boar carcass, but do have a good number of royal knights and monks here. Not royal knights, just knights. I'm so used to saying the word royal knight.
Латницы, на коней садитесь.
Knights now engaging, does get charge attack there on the king. Okay, do have another monster to put its fourth relic away. Some of these villagers are going down. You could try a Wooloo. The relic is put into there. Some of the villagers are standing and fighting. Warrior Monk does give these villagers plus extra damage and armor. More of these villagers are going down while this knight is being pursued. High Trade House is providing 180 gold. I'm pretty sure he's at tier 3 as well. Yep, he's at tier 3, so it's not a great high trade house. A good one I would say is when it has tier 3, at least 230 gold. Fortified palisade walls going on up. Got some exposed villagers here. One does get impaled. They do have textiles. These knights don't have any range armor, so those arrows will do 2 damage each. They're not great, but decent. Both sides could stand against some armor and melee attack. Both sides just mass-producing knights, so the English trying to transition to some spearmen. After all, a bunch of angry men with pointy sticks is very dangerous to horses. Nice charge on the way forward. We'll find some spearmen. It's not a good engagement angle for blue. Going to be through a choke point and through some spearmen. Has some spring guards and military academies now being researched by the Roost player. And now bring in some militia. Only 8 militia. He does have 3 more charges. And he's going for the spring guard placement there on the Kremlin. Warrior Monk does go down. Spearman now engaging. Knights push way forward. You got Saint's Blessing now mixed on in. Giving Grey Mount damage increase and armor. More of Red Spearman forward. He does have another Saint's Blessing there. The king has been regicide. It's still a messy engagement. Good number of Roost Knights are actually still alive but severely wounded. He does have 2 Warrior Monks to heal them up, so maybe a bit of downtime's in order, because look how wounded this force is. Maybe downtime on top of the Sacred Site to capture it up. Or these Knights to push way forward. There's some palisade walls up here, however. There we go, getting some much needed health regen. Now the Berkshire Castle being blown field. And this is going to be a relatively good spot. The Berkshire Castle will help cover the choke point and help claim some of the golden stone in the center of the map. Down south, we've got some Warrior Monks on top of this sacred site. Getting some strikes over there. Spearmen trying to push their way forward here. Fortified palisade walls have plenty of health, as well as their gates. Got some of these villagers now getting hit there. I just want to just saw a cannon fire shot there. All the knights have gone down. Berkshire Castle now firing away. Berkshire Castle's range is through there, so it can actually hit beyond the gate. This will prevent any sort of sacred site victory possibility for the Rus. Also, you can throw a warrior monk inside of a battering ram, and it can still capture. Probably not, though. So, in Company Your Heroes, if you throw units into a back of a half track, it will have the capture capability. So it actually may be able to. High armory now being deployed on the field, which will allow them to pull out cheaper siege weapons around it, as well as some unique research. Just now playing out Trebuchet. That one does go down here. The fortified palisade gates taking some fire. Warrior monks still taking time to heal up this force. Trebuchet firing away. No castle watch here. Blue's not going for Tithe Farm. He does have 4 relics that will be very useful. Springald pushes way forward, and Springald does fall back. The Berkshire Castle gains some decent damage onto it. 15 damage. Springalds have, looks like they've already went down. Let's Springalds have 20 pierce armor. If it has 10, it will take extra damage. A good number of Rus archers here. Interesting. Which will be useful versus against these English spearmen. And currently right now, they are fully elite. Got some Streltsy now being put on the field as well. More Rus archers wouldn't be half bad at this moment. Increased Springald range now being researched as well. Both sides have similar villager counts. And blue has a far superior quality army. 10,000 versus 5,000. Red does have a good number of Cannoneers. So he's going to try to start torching down the fortified palisade wall. Trebuchet engaging, getting some damage to the wooden fortress. He could try for the shrapnel shot for the Trebuchets and perhaps put them on the high ground so them just barrage away. Though that upgrade's still not really that useful, honestly. It provides some support, but not really a great amount. And now we have the increased attack speed for Mangonels, so it looks like Blue's going to eye for mass Mangonels. Mangonels are, of course, do bonus damage versus range, and Spearmen will take a reasonable amount of damage versus them. We got armor clad and men-at-arms upgrading. I guess Springalds only have 10 range armor, so the Berkshire Castle is able to get a lot of extra damage onto it. Archers backing on off. And that outpost will burn down. Quite a bit of outposts in the center map for the English in order to get the network of citadels or castles. Let's see, what is that moment? It is citadels. Got a handful of Cannoneers up here, and the Rus archers pushing forward. The Rus archers will be able to engage a bit more cost effectively, but they will get annihilated. And these villagers looks like will go down. Berkshire Castle pulling out more hand cannoneers. Trebuchets firing away. They are affected by network castles. Huh. They get affected by network castles, but not by network citadels. I thought it was uniform, but I guess not.
Тихо, лучники! Тихо, лучники! Слушайте наказ!
Got a couple crosses and T's right there to stop the stone walls from going on up. Blue's horsemen pushing way forward. Let's get out a couple more villagers. Blue so far killed off 32, his opponent's killed off 12. Consider in the white tower providing some good damage. Protect his villagers. Blue comes straight forward with a massive number of knights. Trying to grab this wall. Looks like a set of delays. It's the wall. It's the corner segment there. I'm having trouble clicking on. Maybe fortifying the ground there. I'm not sure. Looks like it's the corner piece that's set ablaze, but looks like he has trouble repairing it. Because I can't. Oh, there we go. I can slightly click on it occasionally. It's about ready to go down. And there we go. It actually burnt down. And now there's a big breach in this wall there. And it quickly gets rebuilt. Hospital 4 gains some more kills on Red's villagers. Very nice. Since now there's a canal through Red's walls, these horsemen can stream on and getting some good damage there. All 51 villagers. Red spearmen now engaging Blue's horsemen. Red still has a sizable army here. Red's and Blue's quality army are very similar. Blue still has an advantage and does pick off some of those siege weapons. So it does get picked off by the Berkshire Castle in return. Additional towns are deployed on field will allow the English player to pull out more villagers a little bit easier. We're going to short some of these palisade walls. Hand cannoneers are not good for that. And got a couple archers here to mine its gold deposit. Red does have enclosures researched. Horseman does go down there. Red's eyeing for a counterattack with some spearmen to this region, but there's of course a wooden fortress here as well as a keep. Apparently there is an opening there for the archers to skim on by. Some of these villagers are starting to get hit. Warrior monk trying to keep his points captured. Archer getting stabbed. The archer should be able to pick off the spearmen. Some of these villagers actually got hit. They escape from the keep in time. Warrior monk does stab there. Ready to capture the sacred site. And that is a Schultze there taking out those spearmen. It says he has a melee attack, but I never really know if it actually does hit. It looks like it does. Keep now being deployed out here. Up here we have spearmen going on down. Blue's trying to capture, Red's trying to decapture the sacred site, but it's no longer decapturing the sacred site. Both sides just massing out army. The Rus players at max pop, so is the English players. So the Rus players stockpiling good on resources, more so than English at the moment. Getting down some of those units. More stone walls going on up. A missing tingling of walls, looks like. English player's now going for elite army tactics, which will greatly help him out. His opponent
Наказ любый исполнен.
has biology, Boris, fortitude. I don't know if he has the elite army tactics himself. Or maybe not, because I don't see anything that will classify this. Don't even know if he has a barracks on the field. Outpost taking some fire there. Berkshire Castle firing away. Got a handful of sprinkles here for defense. Red does have a decent force here. Needs to make sure he's in the choke point. Some spearmen were covering this flank, and now his horsemen are streaming on forward, and over on the Springbolts. Horsemen pushing way forward. Blue's horsemen charging way forward. Got a good number of Chelsea and archers in the back line. Red does have a good number of hand cannoneers for defense. All the Springbolts have gone down, trying to push way forward. Of course, there's the White Tower of Berkshire as well counts as for defense against them. Batteries making their way forward, hitting down the blacksmith, which is doing research. Large number of mangonels there. Finds dead spearmen. Or made them dead, one or two. Blue, I think he may have killed off a bunch of his villagers because right now it's at 80. Wasn't really paying attention to that number, so that explains why Blue has such a massive army on the field. Good hits there on these hand cannoneers. Both players have less than 100 population. The first player is spending all of his food reserve, and the English player does back the game now. It's Antigrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Before I get started with next replay, I do need the restroom. Please give me one moment. Apologies, I'm back. Let's see now. That's one we just did. Oh, 52 minutes. Been finding a good number of long replays with this player. Greetings everyone, and Great here from another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn top left side as their orange Ayubids. We have He Played Against. Spawn top bottom right side as the magenta Japanese with Louis MT. And let's just pushing forward to the fishies. Japanese do get cheaper fishing boats. Ayubids also is poking out some fishies as well. Wait. I always see two shorefish here. Did he destroy one of the shorefish? He may have destroyed two of the shorefish, so maybe go no more than 2 or 3 fishing boats. Okay, there's 2 here. No, there's 3 here. You can see there's 2 fishing deposits right next to each other. I think. Here, I'm going to slow down. Let's see. Is that 1 or 2? That looks like 2 to me. Am I crazy? That may be just 1. Each of the watering holes only have 2 fish deposits. I could have sworn they had like 3 or 4, but also now maybe the recent patch made it down to 2? Interesting. Either way, there's not a whole lot of fish out at sea. Personally, I think the fishing boat cost reduction in the Japanese is a little bit too strong. If they were cheaper like this, but have a longer production time, I would say that'd be a bit more reasonable. But right now they're 45 versus 75. That's a massive cost reduction. Maybe increase the Japanese fishing boat's build time up to 30 to 25 seconds. Don't go for too many fishing boats. There's just not a lot of fish. It may be actually better just to simply send villagers and collect it up by villager. Now, we do not have the Koto Township not being put on the field. The Koto Township allows you to produce shinobi. They specialize in scouting, sabotage, and assassination. Plus gives you 1 shinobi upon completion. Over here, of course, this is bugged, where you don't see it being researched up there. We do have the economic wing growth. Upon completion, give you 3 villagers, and orchards have additional food. The other one is possible with just immediate wood completion, which doesn't seem that great to me. That feels like pretty weak. Could be useful. And military wing reinforcements gives you desert raiders, and cavalry units gain ability to construct siege weapons. Over here, blacksmith damage and armor technologies are free, but only for that current age stuff. Cultural logistics give you 2 dervish, so it's not uncommon age 3-1 to get 2 dervish for picking up relics. The cultural wing advance is also pretty good as well, make it cost less and faster. Okay, it's 3 dervish, and this will be still 40% less. Red Wing Bazaar is also not a common one. All these trades are better in each age. Shinobi pushing forward. Shinobi does have a reasonable attack speed, good damage, bonus damage versus melee. So they're anti-melee specialists. They are, he is putting a good number of them. They do cost 120 and heavy in gold. You can see the sabotage ability there, disables production as well as get some good damage over time. What was it, 200? Yep, they do also have a blink and a spy, which basically is changeling. I don't know why I best refer it to like StarCraft 2 stuff. There's another sabotage there, so it's getting some more good damage on this structure. They are light melee, so the counter to them are archers, but it looks like he's not eyeing to do anything. He's going to just turtle in with some outposts here. His opponent has put out a dock here. And Japanese player can, of course, make good usage of those cheaper fishing boats. Right forward, you also got a horseman on the field as well as a scout, so you can pull out some. Eventually, let's see, stable. Eventually, mounted samurai. Bannerman, of course, requires increase the limits. Both these upgrade with arrow slots as well, so we'll be able to get some additional arrows. And now he's immediately going for the culture ring advance, which will be his castle age. Japanese players are very, very far from aging up, nowhere near enough gold. And with the castle age, he will be able to pull out camel lancers, crossbows, and guilloms. Against shinobis do have good attack, so they would be very reasonable versus guilloms. Archers still be the best counter for that, but some camel lancers probably pretty good versus these horsemen as well. We do see a stable on the field, 2 stables, so he's going to eye for some camel lancers. There's H3. He does have a bit of gold to work with, so not going to gold for a moment. He will still have the camel lancers on the way. He has enough gold for another pair of camel lancers. Outpost against the fire is not currently fortified. He's trying. Nope, that was not for a repair. These fellas trying to in the region. This outpost was sabotaged. His outpost has gone down. 2 Camel Lancers now on the field. They do have 4 armor. Does get +2 damage almost immediately. Shinobi may need to blink away. They do. Oh yeah, they do bonus damage the longer they charge. But their base damage was 20 when they first popped out. Are there some sort of bug involving these guys? Look at it. First one saw like 20 plus 2. Maybe there's a Middle Age variant of them. Weird, I thought I saw something there. Am I crazy? Did I see it saying 20 and plus 2? Or 20 plus 2 and then just change 22? You got a horseman here. Camel is trying to engage the horseman. Floating gate now being deployed on the field. The floating gate gives them a unique relic variant to potentially give them increased production speed or give them free resource generation. I think the free resource generation is probably the more powerful effect for them. Give enough time, you probably can get a decent amount of gold, free gold generation of fishing boats on patrol move. So we got a good number of Shinobi here. This guy's there, but it looks like it failed. Maybe the nearby scout spotted him. Camel Lancers all push way forward. He may need to blink away. Got a couple horsemen to draw some fire for the time being. One horseman does go down. Turn around and engage. One of the Shinobi do go down. And all Shinobi will go down. Now it's going for some mounted archers. The Onimusha are a crossbow alternative. Basically, I think their damage output is very similar to a crossbow. I think they hit a little bit less, but they do have greatly increased movement speed, as well as cost a little bit more. Their health is still crossbow damage. These guys also are affected by Camel Unease, which makes it so that these guys are actually really can't counter Camel Lancers, can they? They may get the bonus versus anti-heavy, but they just don't have. They get hit by the Camel Unease a little bit too much. Bonus damage is still reasonable, +9. Good number of these villagers trying to go down there. Camel Lancers slowly whittled down. More Camel Lancers pushing way forward. Now I think I see one reason why he was pushing Camel Lancers so quickly, because the Japanese don't really have a super hard counter to them other than Spearmen, of course. Camel Lancers still running around, getting some good damage on kills on these villagers. So far, 6 of them went down. I thought he would have got more by now. But did some economic damage as well by keeping his opponent's units inside the town center. More Camel Lancers being deployed on the field. Also has a dervish. The archer range does have increased production speed. ASM providing immediate 300 wood value. Good, it's there.
انتبهوا جميعا. نحن نتعرض لقصف شديد. نتعرض للقصف.
So the IU5-bit players now eyeing for mass archers. which will reasonably fight the Onimusha. They do have 5.5 range. They do actually have longer range than regular archers, but they don't have any inherent range armor. So I've got some mounted samurai being pulled on the field, as well as we do have a Uma Bannerman. Right now, the Uma Bannerman is cavalry attack bonus plus 50% to help them counter out the camel unease. And more of the mounted archers pushed before. These outposts have been rebuilt but not re-upgraded. Last, this gold deposit is going to be claimed. Got some more gold over here and way over here. Orange has claimed 2 relics, Magenta's claimed 1. Both of them have 1 picked up. There's some hits there, guys. The Bannerman pushed forward is a heavy cav. And those mountain archers do see some hits. Remember, they only have 80 health. They have the same health as these archers. It may be useful for having horsemen having more health, but these guys do not. Of course, if you also want archers with low health, there's always the Yumi archers. Rush is pulling down. And I'll just find some more nuts. Camera lancers may go down, take quite a bit of damage there. So as the camel unease radius doesn't affect all the way out to the maximum range of the Onimusha. Dervish go on down. I got some villagers getting hit by a camel lancer as well. Orange has been doing a good job of killing off villagers. Speaking of which, let's see, we do have the Daimyo Manor and the Suraga Town Center here. No Daimyo Manor nor Palace. And the fishies have been claimed here, or being claimed here. Dervish does go down. Got more fish being claimed over here as well. Man Samurai does block that attack with the his deflection ability, and this one will escape on out of there, looks like. Or not being pursued properly, and still being pursued by the Camel Lancer. And now got additional town center being flooded by Orange. Magenta does have a second town center, which did even out the differences between the two. And Samurai will kill off that one village before going down. Got a good number of villagers here exposed. That one does go down as well. And now it's going to clean up this gold deposit. Right now, there's not a lot of gold deposits safe for Orange to claim. Couple crossbows here, very nice. And now got a good number of villagers here, very exposed. Couple Camel Lancers here, microing the Onimusha. Camel Lancers engaging these forces. And Magenta was forced on back there. Ooh, Magenta got a good number of villager kills with this Camel Lancer. Probably should get the Daimyo Manor relatively soon. And now got a single archer ship here, providing excellent shore bombardment. Archer ships are very good versus light units. And the rest of Magenta's force there will be cleaned on up. Got these lancers here. We got some samurai on the field. Samurai, they do have the Odachi. So all in the get bonus versus village or infantry. Not versus camels, however. Camels getting some good kills on these villagers. Both sides been, especially Orange, been doing a good job of just killing villagers. Shinto priest here. You know, I'm trying to think what the other landmark the Japanese have. I've only ever seen the floating gate as a landmark. The other ones must be really, really worthless if people only go for that, for the floating gates. Samurai will be very useful versus these. There's actually a mix of crossbows and archers there. Got Mangonel not being pulled on out, or the Manjaki, however you pronounce that. So we're just gonna call it Mangonel. That one easily goes down. Mangonel variant push way forward. Do have a spring golem placement being upgraded. That one needs a. It's an archer there. Needs to focus down the Mangonel. It does have. It would be able to do 21 damage per shot. There's a flame attack. It does do good fire damage, but the AoE effect is not very good versus these small structures, honestly. Scout taking some hits there from the archer ship. Orange is a sizable army here. Magenta is going for army of samurai. Does have the nearby bannerman to increase the damage to these right units by 15%. There's not a whole lot of crossbow smoke. Going for a good number of battle rams now. Mangonel here, very good. I'll help engage these archers and crossbows. Trying to go for the Mangonel. Camel Lancers are getting intercepted by the samurai. Mangonel is still very much alive. Needs more hits there. Samurai push way forward. Crossbows in the back line. Trying to build out more of the battering rams. Spring Gold firing away. Getting some hits there on the Camel Lancers. Battering ram pushes way forward. Mangonels can do both, or have siege damage, so will do full damage here. And looks like the samurai decided to just rip it apart. After all, they're unescorted. The outpost here be upgraded, fortified into Spring Gold. Shinto Priest getting some healing there. This forge has been upgraded with bonus, getting this extra gold generation per minute. Samurai trying to push way forward, but this area is very urbanized, so they're having trouble pushing way forward. There's a good amount of range force here. Spring Gold placements start hitting the Mangonel. Does go down there to the Spring Gold. We got the drop banner there. It will last for another 16 seconds. Mangonel's fire gets a great hit there on the crossbows. Have two Mangonels here push way forward. The Samurai push way forward. Mangonels find some good hits there on the crossbows. The outpost will go down. And the batter ram as well. Got a good number of villagers there clicking up the deer, but the Inspire run out. Spring Gold placement just picking off these guys a little bit. Another line of palisade walls going on up. samurai over here, getting some damage on the camel lancers.
راكب كما أمرت. ماذا لديك لأفعل؟ الطاعة شرف لي.
Palisade wall taking some fire. Got a couple farmhouses here. Not sure why he's putting farmhouses there. A little bit too far forward, in my opinion. Villager takes some hits there. Outpost May got fully destroyed there. Got Mangonel still up here. Villagers start going on down. Lances do fall back in time.
حان وقت التصرف. يتحتم علي أن أقودكم.
Magician trying to push forward through the walls over here. Orange is falling back on to intercept them. Got a good number of crossbows. Iron Fire mix of Giloms as well. With that number of crossbow field, maybe go for the Ona Bushida. How do we pronounce it? Ona Yugishia, which are a high attack speed melee unit. That's light. Crossbows do bonus damage versus heavy. The engineers are being employed by the Japanese, and I'll aim for the +1 melee damage. Samurai will go down there. We do not have the Shogunate Castle now being researched by the Daimyo Palace. And this one is not being upgraded to Daimyo Manor whatsoever. Samurai will... all except for one will go down. Another 6 I can catch up here. Orange does have a sizable crossbow armor with a handful of Gilom archers. Let's see, do we see next age just yet? Nope, he's currently tier 3. That's what the trading post. Since he is the absentee variation, he will get the discounted traders. Post has been pulled out there, trying to repair up this gate now. Mangonel finds a pretty sizable volley there. Barely pushes causing movement issues. 3 Spring Gulls versus 2. Now it's going to be 3v3. The Spring Gulls can start engaging each other. There's a start engaging. Both of them have taken out one. And that wall will go down. Looks like it's 4 deploying out Spring Gold somewhere. But these 2 were built out by infantry already. As Spring Gold goes down. More units over there. Got some walls as well. And the Ayubids will need to pull back these villagers away from these berry bushes, or he's going to lose them. Now I got this dock now getting torched down, but of course there's no more fishies for it to collect, so it's not very important. Nor over here. While the Ayubids dock is still useful, providing +1 Golden Age point. Castle of a Crow now being pulled on the field. Castle Crow's being pulled out right there. The Castle Crow acts as a castle. Periodically can spawn treasure caravans from selecting a neutral trading post. Treasure caravans provide a large amount of resources upon reaching the Castle of Crow. It's basically a one-time, very powerful trader. I'm talking about like maybe 2,000 resources, like something absurd like that. It does also act as a free castle, which does have that rocket emplacement for good pinpoint damage. Let's take out the village there before building the outpost. Big round of research there. Looks like the Ayyubids did get another age. I'm not sure which one he got. He may have the blacksmith research. No, it's not. I think he went for the one with all the free Desert Raiders then? No, I have no idea which one he actually went for. Military Wing, he did go for the one for the reinforcing free Desert Raiders. Samurai will start going on down here. Wonder how Lord many Desert Raiders will get. It's like 4 at this point, right? 4 every minute or 4 every 2 minutes? Maybe larger number. Elite Desert Raider research as well, so he's going to make him fully upgraded, barring elite armor tactics. He may not have biology just yet, but he is going for a bombard. Samurai push way forward. Got a good number of bannermen as well. He has a good number of Mangonels here, 2. And 4 Spring Ulster escort. Rolls a sizable miss there. Up here, clean up those Camel Lancers. I'm curious if the advanced trader on the field, I don't know if it's instantly available or what. We'll just keep it selected. It'll be available another 2 minutes, so maybe being brought in now. Mangonel finds an okay hit there. Takes out one of the Spring Golds. Samurai push forward, but there's too many crossbows there. Annihilate's a pretty good formation there. More of the Samurai push way forward. But the Samurai just getting annihilated at the moment. Good hit there on the crossbow, trying to get back behind the walls. Get some hits there on these forces. Over here, we do have more Samurai push way forward. The amount of gold he could potentially harass. We've got good number of traders also being put on the field, so if a Samurai break on in, they can kill off all the traders. Spring Golds going down, or Spring Golds have gone down. Magenta's Mangonels will be able to reign supreme. Now, basically, a lot of his walls from not going down, but so far has not been taking good engagements. His bonus is pulling out good counters to the Samurai, which he's just going for even more Samurai. Elon saw push before, they have torched down through a line of walls, trying to reinforce walls in stone. The rocket attack does do really good damage versus units, so 2 shot the Elons. Samurai now engaging the various traders, getting some good hits there. Bombard here. More stone walls going on up here. Mangonels get a massive hit there, cleaving through half of that army. And now the Samurai's cleaving through the rest of it. Order just lost a massive army here. The Mangonels are perfectly fine. Into Gilom's next. Samurai taking out the Dervish. As Gilom's are now down. And that army will be cleaned on up. More Samurai here engaging the hand cannoneers. Samurai engaging these various forces. Got elite Desert Raiders now push way forward. You know, got also some Samurai hitting some of these villages in the back line as well as the Gilom's. Let's see, right now he has 21 Desert Raiders. I'm not super sure how many Desert Raiders he gets per wave. It probably is a sizable amount. Line of house light walls there. That is a large number of Camel Lancers. He needs some spearmen, honestly, at this point in time. His Camel Lancers also have an absurd amount of armor. Our Desert Raiders actually have good melee armor for some odd reason. So right now they have 13 armor. The Samurai will actually have trouble versus them. They're doing like 8 damage per strike. So he needs actual spearmen right now. He is starting to pull out some Onbishiga, which are not going to be good for those Desert Raiders. Their armor is just far too high for the high attack speed of those units to be actually useful. He needs scouts for regular spearmen. He has a handful of regular spearmen, but nothing too significant. Better not being pulled on the field to help cleave through this area. There's traders right there. Got these cameras push way forward. Next one's in 18 seconds, so we can take a look at that, see how many Desert Raiders he gets. But maybe I'll not be able to pull out as long as he's at pop cap. If it goes over pop cap, that can be very powerful. Oh, it may have not given him anything since he was at pop cap. And doesn't reset the timer there. That is a little bit BS, honestly. Baron has not cleaved to the walls. The Samurai over here can clean on up. The Desert Raiders are just simply a counter to the Samurai. Got now the Odo Shigas before. They should be able to rip apart these siege weapons, no problem. Hanging out straight forward. A castle just spawned in a trader somewhere. There it is. I think it's that one. Maybe not. Eloms to take out those units. Desert Raiders straight forward. Good number of hand cannons back here. Treasure caravan. Here it is. Yeah, that does provide about 2,000 resources. Taking this out is incredibly important. He's not taking that out. He doesn't realize it. And there we go. He just got about 2,000 resources from that. 600, 600, 600, like 200. Yeah, that was 2,000 resources, not more. Orange now kind of sees a bunch of stone there. Orange has a sizable army on the field. Both sides are not pop cap at the moment. Both are at the same population level as well. Right now, Magenta has half the army value of his opponent. Now it's going for his last melee or Oda tactics. Is a more powerful variant of the elite army, just getting extra torch damage. Which honestly, he probably should have got a long time ago. That would have greatly helped him out. Has a bit of food and gold to work with. And constantly picking up the relics there. Desert is pushing it forward, does find a gap there. The stone walls are not complete. We've got a handful of spearmen here. They are elite spearmen now, which will allow them to counter these Desert Raiders. Going for more spearmen is definitely in order. More gold being seized down here. He does have a handful of traders of own, but they're getting hit. Number of Desert Raiders and Lancers right here. Magenta's trying to engage. There's a handful of crossbows and hand cannoneers here. Doesn't have his final level of blacksmith research either. Now with the Oda tactics now research, he should be able to get these armor should be significantly more powerful. More of these villagers are getting hit. Spearmen and Samurai need to hit those reinforced harassers. Magenda's army is now breaking on through. Thanks to Oda tactics, getting having additional health and damage just go a long ways. Hamlet's now starting to go down. Bannerman's crossing the area, getting some more damage right now. These elite Samurai now doing up to 25 damage per strike, which is much more than what they were doing before. And now he's able to take these engagements much better thanks to Oda tactics.
ماذا يجب أن أفعل؟
The rest of this gold is not being claimed. That's a flask of gold on this side of the map, barring this deposit here, which doesn't have a whole lot left. Magenta does have a bit of gold here to work with, but not a whole lot as well. He may want to start eyeing to pull out more forges and start throwing the relics inside of them. Golden Age tier 4 now research. Siege units cost 20% less to produce. And when it gets to tier 5, camel units attack 25% faster, or 20% faster.
عمرو أنا مستعد لتلقي التعليمات.
I don't know why, that looks like a bunch of potatoes to me. Potatoes on the back of the parts of the traders. I've got a good number of stone walls here. The Japanese player does not have any range units to mount on top of those walls. Bombards not push forward. You now give them a half price as well, so they can be a bit much cheaper. The stone walls have now been breached. A couple culverins here as well as bombards. Got a fortified outpost here. Magenda's arm here is a little bit small, looks like. Yeah, it's about 50-something units. That actually is all of his army at the moment. Yes, both players have 130 villagers. Gentle Priest getting some healing there. These guys did actually need a little bit of healing. More walls going on down. Start pushing forward. Spearman will do some good work. Good number of hand cannoneers, however. Mangonel needs to start pushing forward to hit these hand cannoneers. Let's find a volley there. Finds a good hit onto them. And now with the Ona should be engaged in the flank. They do have really good damage. Great Mangonel shot there. Orange army is getting disintegrated due to these good flank and good hits. Culverins, one of them will get any damage there. It too will go, one of them will go down. Let's both will go down. Camelot is trying to push way forward and hit these siege weapons, reinforcing over here. And does not take out the other Culverin, just trying to save his siege weapons. Japanese player does have a good amount of resources in reserve. Actually has a bit of stone as well. Another line of stone walls going on up for about 200 stone. Camel last push way forward. We'll find some of the outposts armed with spring galls. So help keep us trade protected, to say the least. And Japanese player has a good gold reserve. IU Bybits have all good resources and good reserve. The Japanese player is lacking a bit of wood, which he's not deploying a whole lot of units that requires wood, plus he's just buying a whole round of battering rams, which is probably fine. You could try throwing some of those relics inside the lumber camps to get some wood generation, if they don't want to get any lumber villagers collecting up wood. Try and go for wall seconds there. That wall segment took a large number of hits there, but it is alive, sort of. Or replace it for a gate. Villagers getting annihilated there, and there goes the walls. Magenta's army and Orange army is now engaging. Magenta's army's melee force is connecting right now. Doesn't have to worry about distance, and most of it is fighting right now. I saw something. Those guys were stacking over each other quite a bit. Oh, these Naginata units have 1 tile range, so their tile range is actually pretty good. The person say the Spearmen at 0.35 tile range. So those Naginata units are actually a good unit to mix into your army because they will reach past your other units. Sort of like Phalanx. That is something very important to note. And that's one reason why Magenta's army felt like it did a good amount of damage. It looked like it was all fighting in a small area and was entirely melee. And that's because it had good range. Interesting. Maybe I'm just estimating these guys a little bit. Mixing a handful of them is a good idea. I know their attack damage output can be very high, but the fact that it can stack up damage like that is very powerful. Stone gate will be built there. Villagers will escape on the high ground. Could actually repair from up there as well. Magenta's now trying to pass through his gate. Engage. Magenta's also trying to torch through over here. Got some Giloms here to engage.
أمرك يا سيدي لو سيفعل ذلك في الحال.
Bannerman does go down, which will give a lingering effect. Thus these forces are just going to try to torch down the keep, which is not a good idea. These guys trying to go for the neutral trade posts. And the Japanese player does have quite a bit of stones saved up. If he's able to pull out a keep over here to help engage, that could be very powerful. Guys trying to engage, the Lancers have less armor than Desert Raiders, so they will take more damage from the Naginata units. Got these units falling back, take a bit of damage there. So we've got a big line of Springalds here. 5 of them looks like. And there's also now a good number of Meganels as well. And Naginatas will beat the Lancers due to their stacking damage or longer range. And Canarius taking some hits there. There's a good number of Meganels here, 3 of them. Finds a pretty sizable hit there on the army. With this many Meganels, they can even cleave through regular units. 3 golds, if they don't have any targets, they can just shoot everything. The damage output's good. Meganels do also good damage versus buildings, so maybe want to start focusing it down. Well, no, getting some good damage there on these units. And there goes that keep. Bombard engage, but we'll perhaps get a hole in this wall. It will not get a hole in that wall, but barely. Their players has a good reserve of resources, so does the IU bids. Got 3 Culverins here that will be useful for all these targets. Samurai does go down to the Culverin. It does got some of these siege weapons. Looks like mostly Sprinkles going down. The Mangonels looks like being saved. Want them to go down there. Heavy players eyeing for more samurais, more the Naginatas. Naginatas over here engaging. Got some scouts. I saw an unusually large number of scouts there. That may have been a misclick. Sound opportunity forward. The Rangers are starting to get overran. More of the Camel Lancers, or Desert Raiders. They do have great armor. They'd be a bit more effective as a samurai. The damage output is actually pretty reasonable as well. 22 base damage. The Lancer has looks like 30. Overrun's firing away. Let's get some more of these siege weapons. Culverins on push way forward. Hand Cannoneers still firing away. More Hand Cannoneers will still be always good. Crossbows will be good as well. Right now it's lacking a bit of gold in reserves. The Japanese players are falling back. The Japanese players also killed off a good number of his own villagers in order to pull out more units. Field a larger army. He has good units in Mountain Reserve. They need some more barracks. And he has a good number of them, but it still may not be enough. His villager count is to a bit of a minimal amount, but will allow him to get more pushing power. He's got an army of 96 versus 40. His opponent is at pop cap, so 40 is roughly his max at the moment. He has too many villagers in the field. He has a good number of traders, which is good for gold, of course. But he may want to kill off some of his own villagers. take, honestly, take all these villagers that's building that keep and sack them. Once they're done building, of course. Did I hear also Golden Age? Yeah, he has Golden Age tier 5. Do outposts count for Golden Age? Outposts do count as Golden Age, so if he loses too many outposts, it will put him below an age. He did sacrifice a bunch of workers there. Those villagers have been brought him back. Magnals are here in good numbers. Got good number of Camel Lancers trying to flank around. Maybe a good idea to go stay on this side of the gate at the moment. Pushing down some of the walls. Battery runs push forward. Culverins should be a rip apart these battery runs. There's probably, I won't say there's too many culverins, but against this main Mangonels, maybe not. Right now their damage is 102, which will allow them to one-shot the Mangonels. Nagata Naganatas now trying to torch down these markets. There's a keep here, but he will lose some of these traders. He does have a bit of gold and wood to replace them with. He has a good amount of gold and food stored up as well. Very good amount of food. The Japanese player is actually a little bit low in wood. And he has put some of these in the lumber camps, getting some decent wood generation. Orange has 3 relics, Magenta has 2. They're trying to push way forward. Magenda's not pushing forward. He does, of course, can feel a larger army on the field at the moment. Already over on the siege weapons. Battery's trying to go down. Magenda's Mangonels trying to go down. If you don't push forward his Mangonels to counter barrage the siege weapons there, Mangonels can be useful against siege weapons, though they're having trouble with the approach. Does fire one shot off there. Magenta has a good amount of reinforcing right now. He's lost all of his Mangonels, but his reinforcing should be streaming across the map. More Desert Raiders here. He does have access to the infantry support, increasing the armor of nearby infantry units. And this keep will be start torching down. Right now these guys do 24 torch damage. Even with the nearby House of Wisdom's influence and additional fire armor, that simply was not enough. He's in his there with the Mangonels. Right now he's lacking enough Gilons to engage the front line. More forces here, engage with the various Desert Raiders. This one's now trying to push way forward, gain some hits on the Mangonels as well as some on the traders. Mangonels have gone down, those are starting to get hit. Bivit's player is starting to receive quite a bit of damage right now, having trouble re-maxing, has a good number of Gilons to build Q, but it's running low on gold. There's good number of Cannoneers, much of this army has been cleaned up right there. More reinforcements streaming on in. And Orange decides to back up the game now. It's Anagrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And before I get started with the next replay, I do need to use the restroom again. Please give me another moment. My apologies. Let's see now. I know I cast a 3 replays in a row of that person. Even though they're all good, might be a good idea to go into another player now. Handful of replays here. 20 minutes. I live on the short end, but we can do that one. 15, too short. And it's also some of the older civs. Even though Deadly Sultan is a more rarer one, of course. Let's go on to a different player. 20 minutes just a little bit too short. And hidden. Hidden. I wonder what the other one. Definitely not him. His name is maybe too common. Okay, that is him and hidden. And hidden. Best name, maybe too common. Maybe not. Nope. Did one from the other side. And hidden. Last online 12 days ago. This name is gonna be too common. Oh yeah. Yes. Guess correctly. And guess incorrectly. That name's common. Here we go. This seems unique enough. And hidden. And hidden. Here we go. And we got some. 20 minutes. 12. 20. 21. Let's do them. Been striking out finding players I can cast, so I'll take 21 minutes and maybe do 1 or 2 of the other 20s. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn top left side as the pink Byzantines. We have Jaina Skouras, if I'm pronouncing that. Also immediately going for some stone. Huh, interesting. That would of course give him stone there, and he may have some plan to get out 2 cisterns nice and early. Alright, just curious about that build. And spawn on the bottom right side as the blue Ayyubids, we have Ilona, who's going for, of course, the House of Wisdom. Let's see how well this person's math is. The person's math is good in order to click up that stone or get out 2 cisterns. I'll get a plus 10% collection rate for the nearby sheep and for the gold. Does have 50 wood remaining as well, so should be able to get out maybe some berries or a lumber camp afterwards. You know, wait, a winter map. I don't think I ever seen the winter variant of this map, have I yet? And there's technically not any like northern civilization, so looks pretty. And we do have the economic growth. Game 3, villagers and orchards get 50 food. And over here, we've got the Imperial Hippodrome. I'll go for horsemen, and opponent could counter with desert raiders and spearmen.
Ναι.
Lumberyard going on up over here. It is influenced by the cistern, so we'll get improved collection around with his cistern as well. And with right now he has plus 10%, which will be a counterpart to the Golden Age Tier 1, which also gives him 10% of all resources as well. So their economic benefits are relatively similar at the moment. Now I've got some horsemen being put on field and immediately going for the Exploded, however you pronounce that, giving him cash bounty kills on villagers. 2 horsemen deployed and out. We are almost researched. We do see a stable in the field going for the Desert Raider, which would be a hard counter to the horsemen, doing bonus damage versus the cavalry, having excellent melee armor, and having horse camel unease. Personally, I think the Desert Raider shouldn't have 5, 6, 7 melee armor. It's just far too high. But does get a good villager kill there, very nice. Using Triumph Build to increase the move speed, health, and damage. These guys are recovering, ready for another engagement. Another horseman now being put on the field. These villagers are trying to find another opportunity to engage. Desert Raider's melee attack is 26 versus cavalry, and of course have a 7 bow damage. Horsemen will be warded away. This horseman's moving around. We've got 4, now 5 horsemen deployed by the Byzantines. Over here, we do have 3 Desert Raiders, soon to be 5. Took some damage there on the horsemen. And the Desert Raiders maybe on the push on forward. Or backwards. Horseman down. Got some olive oil coming on in, so probably collecting the berry bushes. Yep, he's collecting some berry bushes to see on the map. Horseman now engaging here. Does go to range attack there. Maybe better go for melee attack, honestly. They do 26 damage per swipe and have 5 melee armor. These horsemen are doing 4 damage per strike against the Desert Raider. Desert Raiders only have 120 health. Versus the horseman 125. They definitely will win 1v1. But right now they're not in a 1v1 state. They do cost 180 each. There's stone being clicked up here. And the wolf will go down there. More Desert Raiders being deployed on out. We do have some Lumentari now deployed on the field. They're not hard on Lumentari, but they do have extra health, right? Yeah, I think, yeah, at this age, the regular Spearmen have like 70 or 80 health. I forget which one. Line of palisade walls going on up, being built up by this villager, but of course got the Desert Raiders here. These villagers need to get into the town center. Another aqueduct and cistern being deployed on out. Does get killed there on the villager. This villager can hit as well, so good kills on those villagers. But got these horsemen find opportunity in these villagers as well. One of the horsemen do go down. Another one does take out the villager. The wounded village horseman does go down as well. Seeing quite a bit of damage there. May want to use a Triumph Build to get them healed up. He does have about 10 seconds worth, which could correlate to 20 health each. Now we do have this wheelbarrow research almost complete. Down south, we do have horsemen taking some hits. Scout push way forward, scout down. We got some spearmen here. They are now hardened Lumentari, up to 100 health. Same health as Donzo without the melee armor. They do cost the same amount as Donzo, but more in the food rather than wood. Consider get some hits there on the Desert Raider. Desert Raiders have no inherent melee range armor, so pulling out regular archers against them is also a good counter. Oh yeah, I just realized something. The horsemen, since they always classify as range, the horsemen will do bone damage since they are classified as range. Alright, so I should retract what I said previously. The horsemen will be decent versus them. But still, Lumentari will still be a general better counter to them. It's just that they can't really keep up with them. Those horsemen will escape on out. Now I've got 2 horsemen plus 1 on build queue. More Lumentari now being researched as well. Got quite a bit of olive oil stored on up. Is that Mercenary House? I wonder which mercenary he will go for. Right now it seems like Eastern mercenaries are one of the best with getting Keshiks. In this situation, Keshiks will probably not be great for his Desert Raiders. Let's see now. Let's keep an eye on this. He's going for the Western Mercenary, so we'll be able to get some longbows. Longbows will be useful versus Desert Raiders with no inherent range armor. And to get out a group of 5 longbowmen is 500 olive oil, so he can get quickly out 5 longbowmen right now, which also do have access to palings. Long round of longbows deployed in the field. Villager getting hit here. Blues killed off 6 villagers. Pink's only killed off 4. It does take time to torch that one down. Get some hits there. We'll take those out. Lumentari and push charging the way forward. These guys don't have bone sandwiches light melee like camel archers. Speaking of which, Sapahi can be brought in and some mercenary crossbow, but it looks like Arbaletiers. Because they have that shield effect. So he could get out some Arbaletiers if he so choose. Sapahi would be interesting, but against all the camels, probably not that useful. Oh, he's doing a good job stutter stepping away. And now looks like Lumentari are currently idle right there. Good number of archers not being put on the field. Result those units, Lumentari falling back. Archers, of course, the counter to the spearmen. And full of olive groves here. Level 4 cistern at the moment. We're going to improve the collection rate over here as well. And we'll be able to use for this gold deposit. And looks like the IU bids do advance next age. Of course, I can't see it right here. It's replaces some bug like that. Has gone for this one. This probably for the faster production speed. I don't see any dervish here. Faster research speed and cheaper cost. He does have Golden Age Tier 2 as well. Now it does have, of course, an age advantage. Horseman push way forward with some Lumentari as well. Horseman will be very useful against the bowmen, so he doesn't have to change his composition all too much, but does so more longbow in field, which will be very useful in all the situation. Let's see. We go for another round of longbows. And he's now getting out enough resources to advance next age. Like to go for the Golden Horn Tower. I honestly haven't seen the other Age 3 landmark, have I, in a single replay? I don't even know what the other one is, top of my head. More longbowmen. Next stage, Landsknechts will not be useful versus all these archers.
بما سيفعل ذلك.
And then we've got the Golden Horn Tower, which allowing down some free mercenaries. Some free longbowmen wouldn't be half bad. Camelot just push way forward. He has, or Desert Raiders, I should say. The village does stay alive here. No textiles research just yet. Triumph has been activated there, getting some good health regen and damage on these horsemen. Longbow archers getting some good damage there onto the Desert Raiders.
أطيع الأوامر. أمضي إلى هناك راكبا الآن. سأفعل ذلك. ستراتيونوس. سأفعل ذلك. عند إشارتي سيروا. سيحدث ذلك.
Golden Horn Tower is being deployed out over here. And as a first round of free longbowmen, you'll get free longbowmen every 80 seconds. And now going for the veteran contract as well. Getting some veteran longbowmen would be very useful to say the least.
أمضي وأنا على استعداد للهجوم.
We got veteran archers here. Only one blacksmith range damage, not two at the moment. You're being knocked around. We got a mangonel placement over here. You can see by the angled roof. Isn't damage there? The mangonel placement does do 3 times 9. It is affected by range damage upgrades. Getting some good splash damage on these archers. Does have enough olive oil there for another round of longbows. You have a battery ram being put on the field, crossbows as well. You don't see any heavy units right now. It probably be a good idea for the Ayyubids not to go for crossbows at the moment. And if the Byzantine player is bringing some Landsknechts, is it from the Golden Tower? Is it from here? It is from there. In which he's not going to have any heavy in the field. Byzantine player is also going for a round of crossbows, which is he has to pull out some camel lancers, which are heavy.
تم تنفيذ العمل.
Want to double check, make sure that's not researching.
ετοιμάστε Ρωμαίοι.
Got 39 versus or 40 versus 44. Ink's army is significantly lower quality. Though I am wondering if it's related to the fact that maybe it doesn't calculate olive oil properly into that composition. Yeah, that has to be, because it says it's double the value when there's 20 long bowmen. It probably doesn't calculate the olive oil into the army value. But maybe it does. Can't say off the top of my head. That's about the Landsknechts. Of course, does about the battering rams. Starting to engage. Whoops. Force from having a bit of trouble there. Got a good number of archers, crossbows, and longbows engaging this force. Some of these are starting to be picked on off there. Battering rams pushing forward. Getting some hits there onto the mining camp, but it is going to be warded away. Longbows and crossbows and archers falling back away from the archers and crossbows. And those are no longer torching down the battering rams. We got some Varanian guard.
Την διαταγή σου υπακούω. Περιπατώ προς μάχην.
The Byzantine player maybe gets out some more blacksmith research. Up here, the Ayyubids only have the range upgrades as well.
Περιπατώ εις την νίκην.
They'll just push my way over here to the deer. His other deer deposit is almost cleaned up as well. Just one last deer. Bambi does go down there.
Ώρα της δράσεως.
One cataphract on the field. Mangonel deployed on out. And now I do have the teardrop shields. Increases the armor of cataphracts by 1 and increases the move speed of Luminarity by 50% and attack speed of Varanian Guard by 50%. It'll improve all of its unique units.
Αποχωρήσατε, Ρωμαίοι.
Branding Guard does have the Berserk ability. Berserking. Branding Guard. But yeah, I always forget that the
Κατακέλευσιν κινούμε.
Byzantines can deploy out transport ships. I honestly think that's something that should be available for all factions, so they have the infantry deploy out transport ships. Camel Lancers trying to flank around. Another Mangonel being put on field, or their unique one. Gain good splash damage across the entire army. But minor chip damage, honestly. These damage across those units. They're not in danger of going down anytime soon. Some are hitting the Panorams, a bit of a problem there. Some of the Cataphracts try to push way forward, unable to deal with this Mangonel just yet. They're starting to get pretty low in health right now. Some of them still getting distracted as well. Ink's front line's down. Ink's back line is severely wounded now. Starts slowly going down. That one Mangonel does go down. Still got another one over here. So we switched it to the solid shot. Kinetic. He does have access to Triumph right now. Crossbows hitting up Horseman. Gains some good AoE damage there. Almost taking out a good number of olive groves and splash damage. Next volley could set multiple olive groves ablaze. Doesn't actually outright destroy one. Another one does get burnt down. Longbow's engaging. Got Dervish here. Going for a ritual here. Could activate the mass heal. Mass heal would be very effective getting these guys healed up. Oh, got himself on Lumentari. And Pink does fall back out of the game. This Antigrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. We already did that matchup. Let's go to this one here. Greetings everyone, and Great here. Another H-Bars 4 replay. Spawn on top left side as the green Delhi Sultan with Eti. On bottom right side as the Cyan Malians with Elonia. No new civs here, but on a new map. Always the color variation. Bitmine has been pulling in field, getting some free gold generation. And going straight for the lumber there as well. So he's going heavy in the early housing. He won't be pop cap anytime soon. He may have some sort of exact ratio in order to get out his age up. Guess we're going to see how close it gets. That gold's above 200. Delhi Sultan, of course, doing the old-fashioned way. Mosque deploy on the field. Now you got the Dome of Fate and Manticore not going up. Dome of Fate follows in to pull out Scholars at a discount. While Manticore will give the Malian player 50 extra gold or 75 extra gold or stone collection per minute for free. Good amount of lumber being collected up right there. I wonder if he's going for a stable for some sofas. Handful of sheep that have been brought back home. Over here, got a good amount of sheep here as well. I've got 10 versus. Can't select double click on it since I don't have that player selected. Looks like this mining pit will be fully encased relatively soon. Blind player right now has no spare resources. Got this guy's raider and now push way forward. We actually have a good number of Donzo on the field, as well as a cattle ranch designed to get out some cows now. Donzo will keep away these Ghazi raiders. Their javelin throw also do bonus damage versus cavalry. They are currently hardened Donzo. Does get a good hit there. Ghazi raider falling back. Mining camp going up. That will fully encase the mining pit. Also do take a bit of damage there from the Ghazi Raiders do take a bit of damage from Donzo. Got more Donzo being put on the field. Let's have to point out some archers engage Donzo.
سوار آراسته همین کنم چابک سوار آماده
So I've got 3 Ghazi Raiders pushing around. There's a 4th one on the field somewhere. All are pushed away forward. Got a couple archers as well to engage the Donzo. Handful of javelin throwers not being pulled on the field. Javelin throwers are a good item, good ranged unit. They do have 6 range, a good base attack, so they can punch through armor a little bit better. So they're a good unit that accompany pretty much most forces at the Mullings and can pull out on the field. More Ghazi Raiders, more of archers being streamed on in. Down south, we do have these forces running around. Survival techniques been researched. Let's get a good volley onto that archer there. Taking out these archers will be very useful. Throwing some arrows down the archer is actually not a good idea at this moment. Gabbo's taking out another archer there. Donzo pursuing the Scholar. Scholar's trying to capture the sacred sites. And takes time to kill off his own sheep. Interesting. Good javelin throws there. Scholar still being pursued. Sacred site being decaptured. Got an archer here. Engaged at close range. Donzo will probably win at close range like that. There's some damage there. Playing Ring Around the Rosie. Horseman being pursued. And yeah, the Donzo will win. Good hit there. Just javelin throwers right here. Science Scout is going to get focused down. One Ghazi Raider goes down to probably a little bit overkill in javelin throws. Other one's getting wounded down. And this Donzo will be cleaned up by this archer and does save the sacred site as well, giving green more gold generation. Javelin throwers finding the archers in close range combat. Get some damage there. Does get a spear brace there, which the spear brace actually killed off that Ghazi Raider. Donzo will go down. Forces push way forward. Got some javelin throwers in pursuit as well. Archers starting to go down to the javelin throwers, but they're not there in good numbers. There's the rest of them. Donzo trying to pursue the Ghazi Raiders over here. We've got more Ghazi Raiders and archers push way forward. Archer does go down there. Ghazi Raider taking some hits. Scholar does go down there.
مجتهد مردان آیی اطاعت همین آیی
Does get some damage there. And one Ghazi Raider does go down. Another javelin throw there. Takes out that last archer as well. Very good. Right now the Scion's doing a good job in kill to death ratio, that's for sure. But now we've got these Ghazi Raiders hitting these housing. The houses do have 33% less health, so they can be torched down pretty quickly. I just realized these two mining pits are pretty close by to each other, so I was able to get them relatively safe location. Archers being focused down there. Got a good number of javelin throwers here. Overall, Science just taking really good engagements here. Alright, push forward the Ghazi Raiders once again. Got a handful of forces here, including Mustafadi Warrior. Mustafadi Warriors are light melee. They do have higher DPS than Donzo. So they will do more damage versus those archers, but not necessarily good versus everything else at the moment. That may have been a misclick. So the Mustafadi Warrior does have the camouflage ability, which could be useful if there was just more than one on the field. 2 second sites captured up by green, putting walls around this one. Ooh, there's 3 wolves trying to eat that scholar. They all demand head pats, and the scholar's not giving any. Some of these villages not going down. Usually javelin throw is not a harassing tool, but in this case it is. All those villages do go down there. No textiles research. Archers and horsemen are falling on back. As most of the bullets and javelin throwers, the horsemen will do some good damage for them. Bonus damage. And javelin throwers will be only a small numbers for defense. And so far, Science killed off 9 villagers there with javelin throwers. That's pretty good. Green Scion for a counterattack. Scion will need to start regrouping an army down here. Does have a small defense force here. Player on the town center should be fine. Scion does not have battery runs available. All 6 sites have been captured by green. Of course, green does not have siege engineers at the moment either. Ground throws engaging archers. This should be good engagement there for Scion. So the town center fighting fire support. Donzo and Mustafadi Warrior engaging these horsemen. Those horsemen are all quite wounded. They need to fall back to a scholar. This force here could try an eye for a Secret Side or 2. Split off some extras. Panther's not gonna hit by the horseman. Horse's higher base damage, as mentioned earlier, does do decent work versus horsemen. And now got the Donzo here to engage that Ghazi Raider. He's forces being pursued. Oh, that javelin thrower did not do as much damage as hope. Horsemen find a good opportunity to hit the javelin throwers. A little bit overkill on those archers. Let's go for another engagement there. Green still has a Sacred Site victory active, which also means a good amount of gold generation. Right now, though, green doesn't have a lot of food income, or at all. Donzo's now engaging, gains good spear braces there. Find some scholars there. Splitting up his fire there. Doesn't kill off the scholars, so got a couple wasted volleys there. The scholars just heal each other up. And the rest of these forces will likely get killed off. He may take out another Gauss Raider too, but if he leaves those wounded ones alive, does get one of the wounded ones. He is focusing on that wounded one. Needs to focus it down, get it before the scholars heal it. Another round of javelin throwers, and Donz will push way forward. And does take another Gauss Raider there. Signs doing a good job of kill to death ratio at the moment. Doesn't worry about the Sacred Site victory. We do now have this villager moving up here to decapture that point. And this javelin thrower to capture the other point there. That will be very useful. Also deny quite a bit of income. Because right now, the Deadly Summons only has that gold as income. Deadly Summon right now is also still very low on food. Needs to stop collecting up wood. He has a massive reserve of wood, but he needs to build out a big wave of farms. So some food here with the deer. And the Malian player is eyeing to age up with the Grand Fulani Corral, improving the income of his cows. Two Sacred Sites have been decaptured. Has now gone down. Javelin throwers gain some good damage there and spreading the fire, which is actually good in this situation, so they don't do as much overkill. Donzo now engaging the Gauss Riders. Gauss Riders took some hits there. Javelin throwers will pick off one of the Gauss Riders as well. Over here, Gauss Rider hitting these forces. He's going to try to shank the Gauss Rider, and the wolf hitting the dogs as well, or the villagers as well. Grand Fulani Corral almost complete. And when he gets the age up, he can have a pretty sizable timing capability, because his opponent will, if he does even age up, will take a very long time to get some research there. So now the Malian player is aged up, but we'll get some of his veteran research, and should be able to get a very firm grasp in this game. He already has pretty good firm grasp overall, it seems like, but even firmer grasp. It's probably going to be heavily favored for this Malian player. Malian player should just cool off and attacking in the moment to get his veteran research. Even getting the veteran Sophos research, we maybe eyeing to transition to some Sophos. 6 Sophos on the build queue. I think it's transitioning to Sophos. And the Grand Fulani Corral here will give him an immense amount of food income. He has all 7 cattle ranches on the field. Scholars are getting hit. Donzo should be getting a great engagement here. Gamthos find some rounds over the walls or forest. A large amount of overkill there from these javelin throwers. He needs like half the javelins per one. Wolf goes down. Donzo here. Yeah, let's get a decent spear bracer. A number of these guys are severely wounded. I've got some Sophos here. Does not have important armor just yet. Getting a nice kill there. Sophos engaging. And green does back at the game now. This is a great scene. Thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Well, I have time for one more replay tonight, so Let's find another person. See if I can find this person. Hidden, of course. Last online 13 days ago, so there may not be one for this patch. Oh, there's a handful of this patch. I'm not a big fan of mirror matchups. Again, mirror matchups. And again, not a mirror matchup. Greetings everyone, and great here with another Age Powers 4 replay. Spawn on top left side as the Blue Mullions, we have Antotond. Spawn on bottom right side as Zuzi's Legacy, we have Wom01. Imperial official was dancing around, and now it's completely collected up the sheep. And now the Force Puppets as well. See, the Zuzi's Legacy players tend to go for the Meditation Gardens. Not really any good spot, I would say. He could try throwing it right there for a massive amount of wood, or maybe right there for a massive amount of wood. Maybe between the stone and the berries? Put it right here next to the wood and gold. He may not going to be going for the Meditation Gardens. There's nothing here that would scream really good. Unless it pushes a bit far off the side. Like right here would be pretty good. Got the Monster Quarry going on up. We do have the Meditation Gardens going on up. It's going to be placed right there. Not a great spot, honestly. But that's honestly the best spot close by for him. You'll get a bit of food, stone, and more food, and maybe one piece of wood. Monster Quarry is now complete. It's doing a good job of hurting all of those deer right there. At this point, it's probably a good idea to kill them off. That is a great spot for all that deer. Great corralling right there. Go now the Jangan Tower. So it gets a bit of rebate when he builds a military structure. And this right now is providing about 60 resources per minute. Not that great, less so than Monster Quarry. But it is going to provide an infinite amount of stone, and that can give him quite a bit of extra hand cannon near defensive outposts. Another mining pit going on up. Got this one up here, which should have enough space there to pull out a mining pit. There he goes, maxing out that now. So he's going to have 2 mining pits on the field. And it's not a whole lot of safe gold deposits. He's going to have to go here, 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 and here. This one's just a little bit exposed, but it's on the larger one, so he's able to get more, squeeze more gold out of it. While over here, we do have, of course, it looks like a second town center already deployed on the field. Going for some barracks now. Huh, that's the Jangan Tower. Huh. Oh, got a Zunshnu from that one. I thought it was going to be archers. Oh, we can't even go for archers. Huh, weird. So now he does have a handful of free units, just 2. Got some javelin throwers being put on the field. There's a good chance he's going to be fighting against Zunshnus as a pretty common composition for Chinese. He could have built for early Palace Guard as well. Spear now engaging. Danzo will beat Spear in 1v1 combat with their additional health armor. Damage 7 as well. I think they are base damage also 8. Then again, that's just a regular Spearman, not even hardened Spearman. They are now being cleaned up over here, as well as gold. Blue's scout will spot this, and more of these force pushing over here. Hardened Spearman research for the Zun's legacy. Town centers, he will be able to get some good amount of villagers. His opponent, of course, does have access to cattle ranches and mining pits for alternative. He's not going to try to push forward. Does have a handful of units here. More forces being streamed on in. These units getting hit. He's pulling these units off the gold mine, and there's no gold down south for the Zun's legacy. This is his primary gold deposit, and now it's being warded away, which will deny the production of additional Zun's. Hardened Danzo. Since you don't have to fight archers do get quite a bit of bonus damage to them, but Zun's just have overall good damage. I suppose it's better to deploy Danzo in this situation. With the increased health, they take less bonus damage overall. So yeah, this is one of the few cases where going for regular archers would probably be better. Or have access to the regular archers. Early Palace Guards do cost 125. Of course, their armor's not that great, but gem throwers have a bit slower rate of fire and harder. It hits harder, so the extra armor's not exactly that important versus them. But versus the Spearman or the Danzo would be quite reasonable. More cows being pulled in out. Quite a bit of taxes on some of these buildings. The Jangan Tower, unlike the Imperial Palace counterpart, it cannot allow additional Imperial officials there, so he will have to build Imperial officials from his town centers. Throwers and Danzo push way forward. More walls going up over here from both sides. Let's go down there. Scout engaging the villager. One of those units do go down. Got a sizable Mullion force here. And Candier still firing away. Meditation Guardian's income should be reduced in nearby military units. Horsemen being forced away from by the Danzo. Javelins push way forward. Javelins do have great armor, so they'll take minimal damage from the Zun's. It doesn't have any range armors, so these upgraded Zun's, however, will have incredibly high DPS, and they will do 2 damage per hit or against javelin throwers, so they will actually do decent versus them. Horseman charging way forward, got pierce armor there. So the increased damage has been reduced now. These forces are falling back now. Got the Grand Fulani Corral now being pulled on the field, which will greatly improve the food income of the Malian player. Donzo turns around, gets a nice stab there. Does get a decent hit there.
士兵们，动起来！
Kele Jingolu Beki la Konodin. Aïe, Silandou.
His forces are falling back. We do have the age up now complete. Yeah, another mining pit right there. And that space is, and he can also get one way over here as well. Alright, starting to push forward. Has a good number of horsemen in this region.
Alou Iakilo Tusila. Kele Jingolu.
Now got the Mount Lu Academy going on up. Mount Lu Academy is Airfish collect tax twice as often. Also collects 20% of taxes as food, improving basic taxes quite a bit, as well as a handful of different research for the imperial officials. So just getting more of them. Palisade wall does go down there. Station is firing away. They need their damage increase as soon as they can. And his opponent's immediately going for armor research, which should be very effective fighting against the Zunchnews. We got an outpost here, being upgraded with the Spring Golden emplacement, a bit more impartial hand cannon near emplacements, a bit more cost effective. That does put holes in everything, of course. So just push way forward. He has got a bit of a garrison side as well. So push way forward. Of course, they are the veteran heavy cavalry for the Malians. He's going to get out some more Donzo or some crossbows to deal with them. Not crossbows, spearmen. Not crossbowmen, Donzo. I can't think of it right now. Crossbows. Zunchnews getting some good damage there. More horsemen being pulled on the field. We may see some lancers being pulled out. He does have an early palace guard in the field. Over here, horsemen engaging. Scout dancing around. Not really that important. Ground throws being focused down. They want to hit those Donzo first. Palace guard right here. Palace guard has three armor at the moment. Mercy's force being pursued. Sofa up here, 5 armor. The Zunchnews will only be able to do 1 damage each to them. If they get their damage increased, it will be up to 2 damage, but then the import armor can counteract it. Sofa's moving around, receiving some fire from various sources. Sofa does kill off the villager. Still not a line of walls right here, so there's a bit of a gap right there, which Blue's just pumping units into. Now the veteran horseman research. Maybe some lancers are in order, but there's a number of Donzos on the field, so maybe not lancers. Very small on the field, maybe just Palace guards. Palace guards seems quite reasonable to me at this moment. Some of these villagers are getting hit as well, so maybe collecting the wood, maybe around this tree deposit here.
别记得惦记。
Sofa's being pursued. Got two outposts here. One upgraded Spring Gold, the other one's currently unupgraded. Doesn't have any stone income at the moment. Attention guards will provide. Starting to gaze, some spear braces there. Sofa's being picked off one at a time. But they do have a good amount of armor at the moment. Since dudes don't have any additional damage at the moment. And not getting additional damage would have been greatly helpful. They would have increased the damage output by most of these initiatives by about 100% against the Sofas. But he will manage to hold the line, be able to finish off the rest of these units. Blue's falling back there. Right now, Red does have 83 villages. Opponent has 57, but does have, of course, all the cattle ranches. Couple granaries now pulled on out. These forces will be pursued. Import armor now being researched will greatly increase the armor of these Sofas. The Sofa's going to receive some Spring Gold fire, as was a bunch of other fire. That one will go down. Both do go down. These two will go down as well. The lumber camp may be in order right now to help improve the collection. We do now have a Nessa basement point of view, which should be very effective versus these units. Mine being collected up there, may want to be careful and not completely exhaust it before getting a mining pit up on top of it. It looks like maybe the mining players are going to try to close out the game without going to the next age. There's a Spring Golden placement on this outpost. No research there from the Mount Lu Academy. Another granary going up. Could stand to perhaps get another mill over here as well. It's a little bit far away. And now just having one Lancer pursue the Sofa to the ends of the earth, which he's currently at the ends of the earth. Of course, right there, over here, the Imam getting bitten by the wolf. Sofa moving around, the Sofa's being still being pursued. And now Blue's trying to capture the second side. Relic's picked up one relic. Blue's picked up one and has picked or claimed one and picked up two. Spearmen push right forward. Nest of Bees finds a volley there. Gem throwers take out a couple of spearmen. Some of the villagers getting hit from the high ground now. They do have gem throwers do have good range. Magano finds a great hit there, even getting the Nest of Bees a little bit. Nest of Bees having trouble moving back, getting knocked around. Magano's need to push forward and perhaps hit the Nest of Bees. Finds a volley there. Finds a good damage on the Sun Schnews. Nest of Bees fires a volley there onto the Javelin Throwers. Nest of Bees. Ooh, more of those Sun Schnews getting hit by the Mangonels. Nest of Bees finds another volley there, but largely rolls a miss. Gray's army's trying to disintegrate. Sofa's still quite alive, not many spawns left in the field. Mangonels push forward. Well, the Mangonels took a nice hit there. Spring Gold does take out the Nest of Bees, or just the Mangonels. Sofa's push forward. Spring Golds need to start focusing down that Mangonel. Villagers, some of them are trying to run to these towers. Enter the village. Just pushing forward. He's a cast these tower posts, engage the Megano. There we go, another task. One more shot goes down. There it goes. Up here, oh, didn't realize there's a whole bunch of Lancers and Horsemen now engaging the mining pit. Does go and torch down most of the housing there, as well as the mining pit itself. Donzo is being picked off there. Village does go down there. We do have now these forces engaging. Lancer horseman falling on back. Wolf right there. This area is not traversable. And looks like Red's gonna be cleaning up the stone now. These forces now push my forward. One Donzo trying to pursue. His javelin throw could get some good damage there. Does take up the horseman. Lancer will escape on out. So it's getting hit by a mix of other forces. We've got a good number of Zinch and even more crossbows now. Horsemen and Lancers trying to pursue. Good number of sofas here. Village trying to push forward from outpost will be interrupted. And we've got this monster now there. Mount looks like Academy does only get one research at the moment. That unit does get cleaned up there. Sophus being pursued. Lucille has a sizable force here. Red has a larger force in the field and a higher value. Villager getting hit there. Does get taken out there. Blue has killed off 43 villagers, so Blue has done a good job killing off villagers. Red's only killed off 8, but thanks to Second Townsend is able to maintain good villager production. Springald does go down there. Nestabees finds a volley there, splashing the Magano a little bit. No scout here, so I'm having trouble seeing through the shrubbery. Does get a hit there. Takes out the Magano there. Springald engaging infantry forces. Good Nestabees hit there. Magano way forward. Does get killed off before firing a shot, and these guys are very stacked up, so that Springald shot would have been, or Magano shot would be very deadly. And Blue is back of the game now. This is Anna saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. I'm probably going to call it a night for streaming. I'm getting hit by drowsiness, so everyone, thank you for watching. Have a good evening, and it's